So let's say you just blew a brake line out on the way home from work. What do? You head down to your local parts store, you grab yourself a new brake line, throw it on your vehicle. Push down your brake and oh no, pedal goes to the floor. Well, what do? First thing you do is you call up your friends. You're like, hey man, I gotta bleed my brakes, you wanna come down? Or if you're like me, you don't have any friends, you're stuck by yourself. Today I'm gonna show you 2 different ways to do it. Let's get started. First things first, grab yourself a new bottle of brake fluid. Make sure it's new, you don't want any old stuff in there. Take it, top up your master cylinder. First step, make sure you got fluid. Second step, pull off all 4 wheels. Now that you have your wheels off, this third step fully depends on whether or not you have an air compressor in the tool or if you're at home by yourself with no tools on your driveway. You want to locate this fitting right here. You want to locate this fitting right here and loosen it. And if you've got no tools, loosen it, let it drip, walk away for an hour. After an hour, come back, and starting with the side furthest away from the master cylinder, so in this case, it's our passenger rear, followed by the next furthest away from the master cylinder, driver's rear, followed by passenger front, the driver's front. All you gotta do is open those valves one at a time, walk away for an hour, and when you come back, close it, move on to the next one, walk away for an hour, and what that's gonna do is gravity is gonna then push all your fluid out through it instead of using a tool or anything fancy. So those of us that don't have that kind of time, or track their car and have the tools to do it, this is how you do it. For those of us that are lucky enough to have the tools, get yourself one of these. Hooks up to your compressor, we pull the trigger, creates a vacuum. So we're gonna crack open our valve, attach this end, pull the trigger until we stop seeing air in the line here and it's just pure fluid. Then we're gonna close it, and then we're going in the same order, furthest to nearest for the master cylinder, and bleed all of them just like that. So I have mine all hooked up here. All I have to do is then pull the trigger. So I've tried filming this a couple times. It's really hard to see. You can see all those little air bubbles there. This is my final brake caliper. I just got to pull all these out. We boiled our brake fluid while racing, so that's why we have so many of these and it's taking so long for us. And once you're done, always make sure to top the reservoir, go in the car, press that brake pedal and make sure it's nice and firm for the customer, and give it back to them. That's 2 different ways to bleed your brakes.